Hi, welcome back. Welcome. Hi guys, welcome to Live Life with Jay, where I share some savings tips, financial literacy, couponing, any little way that you can save money, no matter what it is. And I just welcome you here with me so that I can share with you what I've been learning, what I've learned, and what I am going to learn. Okay? That's the truth. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. What I want to talk to you about today is about food. Because we love food. We love food, right? Because I love food. A lot of people comment on some of the things I've said where I talk about how much I spent on groceries. So we are a family of 5. And for a family of 5, our budget is $25 per person per week. So if you calculate that, it's $125 a week. And I or my husband go shopping every 2 weeks. So we spend $250 every 2 weeks. So $500 a month. I'm just trying to so you understand where it comes from. And that's what we budget. And I try my best to stick to it. Sometimes I'll go over, sometimes I'll go under, and that kind of makes up for it. But we don't usually pass $500 a month. The first time that we passed it was the beginning of COVID. And the prices kind of increased. And we had to kind of like substitute other items that were more expensive than we normally purchase. And it was like the first time that it went much higher. So I kind of had to readjust, and it probably took about, I'm gonna say 2 months to the adjustment, going back to the amount that we were supposed to be at and things like that. So, on top of that was having, everybody was home and we had to feed more often than usual. So, yes. All right. So we are back to our $25 per person per week. And we just did some adjustments and more leftovers and things like that. And that's okay if you guys ever go through a moment where you're spending a little bit more. You just have to realign your budget. And that's, just fix your spending plan a little bit, adjust some numbers, and that's okay. Never be so hard on yourself. I always say, give yourself grace. You have to give yourself grace, especially during this time of 2020. Like, give yourself grace, and that's the most important part, okay? So how do I do it? So even if you're like, girl, even before COVID, I couldn't even do that, right? And you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to tell you how I do it. I'm just going to tell you how I do it. And I'm just going to be real. Okay. So there are 9 ways of how I do it. Okay. 9 ways of how I do it. So the most important thing of my 9 ways, right? What's under my 9 ways? What do I call it? It's called meal plan. It's called meal plan. Okay? And do not get that confused with meal prep, because I do not be prepping food for the week. I just don't have time for that. And I don't really need to do it. But if you meal prep, it's cool. Like, you good. I have no judgment. I don't need to do it, and I don't have time for it, even if I wanted to do it. But if I really needed to do it, I'll just make the time for it. I'll lose some hours of sleep or something. Anyway, that's off topic. So, meal plan. 9 things I do for meal planning. What is meal planning? What is it, right? What is it? You're like, all right, you said there's a difference between meal plan and meal prep, but what's the difference? Meal planning is the way you organize yourself to cook meals. Whether that's breakfast, whether it's lunch or dinner. And for us in our household, I focus meal planning on dinner. That's my focus, dinner. It is basically the plan you make before you go food shopping, before you go to a supermarket, or before you buy groceries, whatever words you want to use. And I plan out about a month or 2 in advance of what we're going to cook. And I use a regular calendar. It's normally up there, but it's not. I use a regular calendar or a paper calendar that I've created. Either one, whatever's handy in front of me, I use it. And I do have a paper calendar for you for free. Click the link below so you could download it. And I sit with my husband. We literally sit together, just like we do our budget committee meetings. We sit together and we have a meal plan meeting. And we talk about it, and we're like, okay. We talk about what we're gonna cook together. We both cook, okay? And we alternate. And we alternate most importantly because we are rotating our schedule at home. He works from home some days. Those are the days I go into work. And then the days he go into work, I'm home. So whoever's home is the one who has dinner ready. All right, so we kind of like teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. So the worst case, if I can't do a month meal plan or a 2-month meal plan, worst case, we sit down and we do it for the 2 weeks because we go food shopping every 2 weeks. So it's most important that you do at least the 2 weeks. Okay? Why? Why do I plan it? Right? That's the next question. You're like, okay, you told me what's meal planning. You told me how you do it, right? Not really. I didn't tell you the 9 things yet. I just told you like how, I sit down with him, we get it together. But I didn't tell you why. Because if I don't plan my meals, okay, I spend more money. And I don't want to spend more money. So I plan my meals. So I plan my meals so that I don't spend more money at the store buying whatever I just put to my cart. When I first started meal planning, I was in awe. Our budget, we didn't really budget, right? So when we were going food shopping, we were spending over $300. And I was just like, where's this extra money going? Like, where's this extra money? I don't know. I can't even explain it. I'm gonna be real. It was just like, we were spending way too much money on groceries. I'm just gonna be real. So, when I plan it, I am going for specific items only. And because I'm going for specific items, I'm saving more money. Okay? And just like budgeting, like I said, where you sit and you go over finances, you sit down and you go over meal planning. Okay? Now, you're like, but what about breakfast and lunch? Maybe you're asking that question. We just get enough eggs, bacon, cereal, and we just get enough that will last a couple weeks. Some even last longer. That means it's not going to be on the list the following week, the following shopping trip. Okay? All right. So meal planning is a personal thing. What works for me may not work for you. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just telling you what I do to save money on groceries and how I pay $25 a week per person on my groceries. Okay? So, the goal for you, whoever's watching, is to find the process enjoyable at the same time and effective. Okay? So, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace no matter what. Give yourself grace. Sometimes we will buy frozen pizza for nights that we don't want to cook. But we don't need to order out because we have frozen pizza. So that's a way to save, right? Instead of ordering out, go grab that frozen pizza. I know we don't want to cook today. The oven cooks it. We're good. All right? Tips. Those are tips. Okay. Did I tell you that I mentioned what? So on the calendar, I don't know if I mentioned this. On the calendar, I just write what we're gonna cook. I think I said that. Retract that statement if I didn't. Okay. Here's another. Okay. So those were two things I told you so far. Was prep your list and put it on the calendar. Use a calendar. That's number 2. Using the calendar itself, because you want to remember what day you're going to do it for. Okay. Now, another tip is using a theme. What do I mean by that? It helps that if you group up what you're cooking by meals, for example, having a chicken week, then you can stock up. You can make chicken quesadillas on Monday. You can make boneless chicken on Tuesday. You can make a chicken salad on Wednesday, and so on. And that you save money if you get it in bulk, and it's all the same thing. That saves money. Grabbing the family pack of boneless chicken. Okay. Another way is to check the supermarket circular to see what meats are on sale, just to see the sales of things that you cook for dinner. Okay, because what's on sale too, then you could be like, you know what? That's on sale this week. I'm going to group my meat by that because it's on sale, or do my theme from that, because it's on sale. When I first started meal planning, we incorporated like theme nights. So like Taco Tuesdays, Pasta Wednesdays, and that's what we do. And that helped with saving too, because if you already had some of it, you didn't need to go buy more of something else. If that makes sense. It's just a way of grouping things and saving more that way. So definitely shop in bulk. Ingredients. Shop ingredients by bulk, making sure that again, you can be cooking similar things throughout 1 week. Okay, or twice a week, or things like that. Couponing is another way to save, right, for food shopping. So if you don't do paper coupons, digital coupons and rebates. And if you need ideas or ways to save, check out this card right here on the rebate apps that I have. Check it out. My 5 secret rebate apps. And deals. Okay, always shop that way, and that's the best way to save. Another way. You ready? Leftovers. Leftovers. Let's say you're not a big lunch eater, so you're not using the leftovers for lunch. Have it for dinner the next day. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I hope it's not pride. But there's nothing wrong with it. Listen, there's a time that I made lasagna. I probably had it like 4 days straight. I don't care. I saved the money, and my tummy was still full, and it was good because my food tastes good. Okay. You know, I'm not just a toot in my own horn or anything like that. So one of the things that we do when we do buy like our meats in bulk, I do separate them when I get home. Okay, so let's say there's a 4-pack of boneless chicken, but I only cook 2 boneless chickens for me and my husband. Excuse me. So I'll get home, separate them on Ziploc, and stick it in the freezer. And I'll have to worry about the frosting what I need instead of defrosting everything and wasting food. Okay? All right. Now, if time is limited. So, another thing I don't do, but another way that I've heard people save money is they like to freeze their actual food. And all they have to do is heat it up the next day because time can be limited. So that's when prep comes in. So if you prep food, you know, then you freeze the food and you get it ready. So that's also something that if you're shopping in bulk, you know, making the meals, freeze them, boom, have it in, have it ready. So that's like a limited time thing. But it's also part of meal planning because you need to know what you want to make to freeze, right? Okay. And so another way we save is sometimes, so let's say we just went food shopping. We did food shopping. Now my two weeks is time to go food shopping again. So what I like to do is I like to go check the pantry, and I'm going to check the pantry, and maybe a couple days we didn't get to cook. We did use leftovers, so we had extra food. Just an example. So I like to check the pantry and kind of look to see what we have, and even create meals for things that we still have and didn't use yet. Okay, so now I check the pantry before I'm making my list, and now I'm creating meals for the things that we have already. And if we have it already, it goes on my meal plan. I put it in the calendar, and I don't have to buy it. Let's say I have ground meat. I have some leftover ground meat. I can make meatballs with it. Make some meatball sandwiches, and I don't have to buy no more. Save money, save money, save money, save money, save money, save. You just don't understand. I love saving. And because I love saving, I want to share with you how to save. That is all of my 9 ways to save money with meal planning. That is how we are able to do $25 per person per week. And some days, do we pass $250? Yes. But then that just means the next time we just got to be under $250. And most of the time we are. During COVID, give yourself some grace. You may need to increase it a little bit, and that's okay. I just wouldn't go too high. During dietary restrictions, you may need to increase a little, and that's okay. So it depends. Do your best. Do what works for you. This would works for us. Family of 5, $500 a month on food. No complaints. And we've been doing it for a good long time. Been sharing it with other people, and they've been making it work too. So it's definitely not impossible. I just wouldn't, $50 per person per week. Try your best. Remember, no judgments, but you can do it. You can do it. I'm just saying, you can do it. You can save money. That's it for my meal planning. I wanted to share that because a lot of people will be like looking at me like, girl, no, that's impossible. But it's possible because I've done it. I'm doing it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Guys. Like my video, share my video. Feel free to comment on my video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.